Hey guys, it's the Flagship Phantom, and this is my 2025 Haunt Build Part 2. So right now, this is a big day. We're moving all these walls into this truck, going to our real haunt location, which is at a separate place. But I'm super excited. You can see we have all the walls from Lehman Manor right here. We're gonna be repurposing them for my haunt. It's gonna be so awesome. And yeah, we're just gonna finish loading these up, and then I'll show you what it's like once we get there. And here we have all the walls in this truck. Look at this. Here's what we're working with. Gonna get all these walls down too first so we don't block anything. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so here's how it's looking so far. It's kind of nearing the end of the day, so I think we're gonna wrap up for now. Here are the walls we have left here. And these are the old walls that I've used all the previous years. But you can see, we've pretty much changed nothing in terms of the layout at the moment. And then these are the walls we have up already. This will be the hospital section. Or the asylum, I don't even know. But that, yeah, we're gonna have one of these on the back right here in the front. We got torture box woman, convulsing nurse. I was gonna originally have my plan of death row sitting up there, but he's too tall, unfortunately, so we cannot do that. Let's squeeze past. Here's the dark hallway. Pretty cool. Super tight. Let's see if I can get an angle of how it's looking right now. I don't know. How good can you see me? Anyway, plexiglass jump scare. Someone's gonna be banging on this glass. And then, yeah, this is gonna be the laser swamp. This is how it's looking so far. I'm gonna be on a trip for the next few days, so you probably won't see me for a few days. But on to the next clip. Okay, so it is August 9th. We have done some work today. We weren't working all day. I'm sorry I didn't record a little bit before we started setting these walls up, but I can show you what we have so far. So this is just gonna be the entrance. And I'm not sure yet, but we might have Emmeline in this little section here since we do have a gap between these two walls. So Emmeline might be popping out here, still not sure. Here we enter into this section, which in terms of walls is complete. You can see we got torture box woman and convulsing nurse. She's gonna be standing right there. But yeah, that's how it's looking so far. And then basically, it's kind of just the same thing at this point from what you saw last clip. We do have this blood wall. This isn't gonna be like really, we're gonna cover it up with some green since this will be the laser swamp. Here's this side of the laboratory wall. And then you enter into the more haunted house section with this wallpaper. This wall is also wallpaper, and it'll be going right around here. So yeah, I might record a clip either later today or tomorrow or maybe in the few days after that. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go to the next clip. Okay, so it is 2 days later, August 11th. We didn't do anything yesterday, but we have been working on it a bit today, and we still will. So we have decided to close off this. We're not going to put Emmeline here anymore. It just helps give more space, so that's very nice. And you can see, just go past what we've already showed you. We've got convulsing nurse and torture box right here. We're going to go down into the dark hallway section. Nice. And then this is what we're kind of working on right now, finishing up all these walls, because this is going to be the laboratory and laser swamp. We can see we've got this Party City deer right here. Always awesome. Let's get him going. So the basic plan is we are going to cover it up. So there's like greenery, and it's gonna look like there's an actual deer pushing past the trees, or at least that's what we're trying to do the effect. It's gonna go all the way up on the ceiling. It's gonna be so much larger than it looks like right now once we actually get everything going. Here is a laboratory. This is what we're starting to work on. Frankenstein here, sewer varmint here. Pretty cool. We haven't screwed this wall in just yet, but we're going to. I'm not sure what props we're gonna have in this section quite yet, but this will be just the kind of haunted house type section. And then this will be the exit. I think it'll be kind of the doll room. And we're gonna put up this wall. This is one of our older walls. We're just gonna put a ton of the black plastic tablecloths that we did last year. And this is just gonna be the other thing. Same on this side, we're just gonna cover this up with black plastic tablecloth. And we're gonna maybe put a bed here. And then we're gonna have double trouble on that bed. Then we go out. Here's the haunted lawnmower. If you guys remember from last year, this just appeared in many videos, so here he is again. And then, yeah, not sure exactly what we're gonna do from here. This will be a pathway now. And if you watched my previous haunt build, most of the tent is getting changed. A lot of the tent is not staying the same at all. It still will be a circus tent, but I think that's basically about all it's gonna be. And then, yeah, gonna have a spiderweb arch here. Just got all the PVC and all the fittings for it. So I'm gonna build that pretty soon. Maybe not the next clip, and maybe not the next few clips, but that will be getting put up soon. But anyway, let's cut to later today. Okay, so now we are pretty much done with the infrastructure. So basically how this is gonna work, they're gonna knock on this door, it's gonna open up, and then we step into this section, which we're kind of just using for storage of the others walls right now. But this will be super cool. It'll be kind of stormy. And we go into here. You guys have seen this. Just gonna go right past it. Nothing's changed. Here we have the dark hallway. Actor. And then something we did add was this wall, which is actually on hinges so that it can open just like this. And we can access the back of here if we ever need it. So in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like around the back. Here's the door into the house. So people will be able to step out here, or the actors will. And this is where they do the plexiglass scare effect. It's pretty awesome. And then this is not screwed in yet. This is the last thing we really need to do. This will be just have black tablecloths on it. This is the part of the laser swamp. This is all the laser swamp. Showed you this guy earlier. Here is the laboratory. We got sewer varmint. Gonna set up Frankenstein soon, so you'll probably see him in the next shot. Here is the inside of the laboratory. Pretty cool. And then, yeah, now you guys pretty much seen all of it. Got this. This will also be black tablecloth. Then, yeah, just exit out. So I'll catch up with you guys in a few days. Maybe just one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four. I don't know. Anyway, guys, on to the next clip. Okay, so it is the next day, July 12th. Let's see the updates. So here's what the lab's looking like so far. We got Frankenstein in here. We've got sewer varmint. I'm about to set up these live wires. Pretty decent progress for today so far. So this is a good look at the laboratory section. I think we're gonna have a little more of these lights going on this wall and then maybe across this beam. Still not exactly sure. I do have enough, so I probably will end up doing that. I did do a little work on the dark hallway. I haven't rigged up the sensor or anything yet, but I did put in the strobe light and I added black to the back of it, so you just don't see this kind of stuff. I will add sidewalls at a later date. Here's a look at it from the back. We got this plug here. Let's just show an example. So it would be like this when you go past. Pretty cool. Let's take a look from the other side. Very nice. It'll be a good jump scare right there. We have since added a mirror into the laser swamp, or soon to be laser swamp section. And we're gonna add another one right there. So it just appears that it goes on for a lot farther than it really does, which is gonna be a really cool idea that I came up with. We also did add a sound machine to the laser swamp section as well. That just has nice cricket and background like forest noises. Really excited about this. And finally, let's take a look at what definitely is the scariest section of the haunt. It's what I call the shock ward. I now have different names for all the different rooms. But yeah. Really freaky in here. Then we got death row way up here. Let's take a look. But yeah, pretty cool. Now I'm gonna turn them off because they make so much noise. But one more note on what I said. This entrance section is called the Crypt Shift. This is Shock Ward. And then here we have Void, which is an acronym for Vast Obscurity in Darkness. Then we have the Bewitched Bayou. Lehman Labs, in honor to the haunts that we got a lot of these walls from. Then we have Reaper's Residence as this haunted house section. But yeah, pretty cool. Let's move on to the next clip and see what else we've done here. Okay, so it is August 13th, and it is fortunately my last day of summer, so it's very sad. But anyway, I worked pretty much all day on my haunt. I think I've reached a stopping point for today. But let's take a look. We've already seen this whole section. I did wire everything up, so everything is plugged in. But these ones aren't on specifically right now. Got Death Row up there, Siren. And then what we did work on is making this dark hallway actually super dark. So that's nice. And I did wire up this trigger sensor, so it will be strobing with a person there. So very awesome. I worked on my laser swamp section a little bit today. Not too much theming. You see I did add the lasers. Pretty cool looking. You can see the mirror effect really start to take place now. Really excited with how that's turning out. It does look like it goes on for quite a bit more than it actually does, so that's nice. Raise the deer head a little bit because it was blocking the way. I do have some stuff plugged in for this section. We got sewer varmint. We do have the live wires. We have a ton of different things here, just added as nice little details for this section. This section of the strip lighting has stopped working for some reason. Not exactly sure why, but Frankenstein looks awesome. So happy about him. And then yeah, put up these more. Yeah, I did not tell you, but I did show you with these new strip curtains. Gonna add some more in different sections. And yeah, it's pretty much done for today. And now we can move on to the next clip. I don't know how long this video is going to be yet, but maybe we're near the end. I don't know. Here we go. Okay, it is August 19th, and I plan for this to be the last segment of this video. You can't see much, but in person, this thing's absolutely insane. We've got this whole laser swamp going on here, and you can see the mirror effect really, really works well in terms of making it seem like this laser swamp just goes on forever. And it's super awesome. Like a huge forest. And yeah, we got Bog Zombie going here. We got a ton of this greenery all throughout. We got the moon back there, always a nice touch that I always love to include. And yeah, just had to work on making this space feel super big. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the haunt turns out. Haven't done much work on it quite yet. I've just been working on this laser swamp right now. And anyway, I think that's the end of this video. But anyway, guys, this has been the Flagship Phantom, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.